What's up, Charles and Mr. V? Well, looks a little better. No arm barring on this one, boys. There is one little modification I want to make, though, the rest of this week to see if we can do. But let's take a look at what we're looking at now. So this is one of the better swings. I know we didn't take too many really good swings in this video, but probably maybe because we were tired and just the day and everything that went on and stuff. So probably just a little mentally drained. But let's back it up and look at the issue or the challenge that we've had lately with that arm barring. So we made some changes. We did more of getting those shoulders to angle down, which is what I see right here. Okay, shoulders to angle down, and that elbow to push back, which I think it's pushing back there. As you can see, that elbow position and the upper back kind of push back a little bit. The one thing I do want to see you do, Charles, is I want to see you almost feel like you tuck your hands into your rib cage, because still what's happening are those hands are moving away from us. See that? How they're moving? They're going from a good spot to a spot we don't have a lot of control. Now the problem with this, and is what we're having right now, is our consistency. We're having a hard time being consistent with really good swings. We did have a really good session 2 weekends ago where we were just hammering the ball. I wish I would have taped that one or brought my camera. But I think what's happening with the inconsistency here is that our hands are just getting too far away from us in our load. Everything looks more quiet. I love that. The bat's not all over the place like it was before. So we've definitely made some changes. We got that shoulder angle going down. And like I said, that elbow's doing pretty good, or that back shoulder where we're kind of pressing back a little bit, like we're getting ready to throw a punch. But what I want to see are the hands tuck a little bit, and see them kind of tuck in versus away from us. Tuck in towards the rib cage, not super stuck to the rib cage. I want you to have some room in there, but I want you to, instead of taking those hands away from you, I want you to almost feel like you're taking them back. Just think about a boxer who tries to throw a reverse punch, where he loads up that back fist. He doesn't take the fist and move it away from his shoulder, his back shoulder. He takes the fist and kind of loads it in close to that shoulder, because that shoulder is going to be where the power is coming from, where it's going to get transferred from the core. So I want you to work on, instead of hands going back, I want those hands to kind of load in towards the shoulder or the upper rib cage, armpit area. Okay, not, like I said, not like you're getting handcuffed, but just slightly in. It's something you're going to have to work on in front of a mirror or picture window. But that's what I'm seeing right now with why we're not being as consistent. Those hands are just moving away. However, check this out. I think this loading mechanism has really helped you, Charles. Watch, it looks like we're like, uh-oh, front arm's going to bar right here, and then, look at this. Boom. Goes bent. Isn't that crazy? Woo! I was pretty happy when I saw that. I saw that bend there. I was like, oh gosh, here we go again, arm bar, and then boom. Uh-oh. We gotta change. So I was pretty happy with this, and that was on most of these swings in these videos. Actually, we can look at yeah, pretty much, because the next one I think we foul off, and it wasn't quite as good of a swing. But we have changed that, and I'm not sure if it's the springy thing. It should be loading our body the way we are. But boy, that looks so much better, and even at contact with holding our box, that's really good. Elbows up right here, and we smoked this ball. Now I'm not too bad with the not too upset with how we're kind of standing up here. When I watch a video of Braun and Jose Bautista, they actually stand up too at the end of their swing. But what's most critical is this position right here, as long as we're not standing up here and here. Okay, you've already passed through the ball right now, and now you start to kind of straighten up the back leg. So that looks really good. So don't think that that's, oh man, I'm standing up again. No, I think you're fine. That position there is great. You're extending out past the ball now. Here, great box drill, and like I said, the major improvement is in this position. Boy, that looks so good. And I think it's just that we're tapping into that internal loading mechanism to where we're angling those shoulders down and we are locking back a little bit. I'd like to see a little bit better hand tuck. Almost feel like you're trying to hide your hands from the pitcher. That's kind of what it's going to feel like. And keeping them a little closer to our body than letting them go away, and I think our consistency will go up a little better. But definitely a lot better. And if we were to look at, I actually brought your November swing, as you can see, denoted by your long sleeves. But I wanted to take a look at this one. Now this one we were a little tight. We were almost rebels racked out big time, where we weren't following through. So after this swing we were trying to lengthen you out. But this was November 11th, I think, of last year. But let's see on how we're doing. And we were heavy working on arm bar on this one. So we're pretty good here. See that? How that elbow is nice and bent. We're working a lot of the box drill, I think, at this point. I must hit that one, but that's a rollover there. But you can see we're really tight and pulling across, trying to really hold that arm bar, and our feet are all kind of over the place. But this swing is a lot better. Okay, and if we look at a swing that's not so good, you still are doing what you're supposed to with that arm, which I would love, because that means that we've defaulted, especially on a bad pitch or just a bad putting a bad swing. See, I think that's actually a good one, decent. Is that here? Let's go forward in your earlier swings. So, miss it ball. This is probably a ball that we're swinging at, and letting it get deep. This ball we probably want to just a shade deeper when we make contact, because this is a low pitch. It's down by the ankles, down here. And it is a low pitch, so we would expect the arm bar. But watch the elbow. Look at it, keeps a nice bend the whole time. Now we're probably not bending at the waist as much as we should, but this is any kind of like your low pitch approach. Most of the time you arm barred. That was your default move, and you're not defaulting to the arm bar position. So which leads me to believe this loading is helping. So I want you this week, Charles, to work on keeping that load going, the shoulders angled down. But now what I want you to do is try and take those hands and hide them from the pitcher, kind of bring them closer into your rib cage or into your armpit, and we'll see how that goes. But starting to look good, man. You know where to find me.